Hi, and welcome to today's at-home full body Pilates workout. Today we're going to be sculpting, toning, and strengthening the entire body without any equipment. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start in an all fours position, planting our hands into the mat, walking the hands a little bit further in front. Legs are to hip distance apart here. We're going to curl the toes, scooping the navel in toward the spine. Deep inhale. And press up as we exhale into downward dog. So really lift your tailbone high, flatten out your upper back, gaze at towards your shins, and let your head hang between your shoulders. Really nice stretch here. Now we're going to move from this position to tap the knees. Inhale, and exhale, scoop back up into your downward dog. So tap, inhale, exhale, extend into down dog. Good. Moving between the two positions on the breath. Good. Mobilizing the spine. Focusing on drawing the abdominals up as you lift the bum and the tailbone up. Good. Nice stretch through the backs of the legs as you draw the heels down toward the mat. Abs into lift, warming up those abdominals, getting into our breathing pattern of engaging the core as we breathe out. We've got two, stretch, lift a bit higher through the tailbone, and last one, lift. Now gently lower the knees down and place your forearms down on the mat. Elbows beneath the shoulders, forearms are parallel. We're going to step the feet back into a low plank, flattening out the body so you're in a nice straight line. The heels are flexed. From here, we're going to go into some alternating knee taps. So tap the right knee down, then the left. Right and left, alternating sides. Your focus here is to keep your body nice and stable, so try not to let the hips rock from side to side. Really draw your belly up. Core is engaged. Nice strong body. Gaze is down on the mat. Alternating knee taps. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower both knees down and lift yourself into an all fours position. From here, we're just going to make sure our hands are a little bit further out away from the body. The forearms are perfectly parallel, and the wrists, elbows, and shoulders are in alignment. We're gonna lower the forearms down to the mat and lift. Lower and lift. So we're focusing on the backs of the arms here, lowering and lifting. Try not to let your elbows splay out to the side. They should be tracking in alignment, nice and parallel with the other arm. Good. Lower and lift. Now, as you lift, I want to make sure that your shoulders are rolled back away from your ears and that you're really pushing up through the heels of the hands. That'll help you to really target the backs of the arms. Get those triceps working. Lowering and lifting. We've got 3 more like this, and 2, last one, and come up. Now we're going to add 2 little pulses before lowering down to the mat. So we're going to lower, pulse, pulse, and on the third one we come down and then all the way up. Good. So pulse, pulse, lower, and lift. Pulse, pulse, lower and lift. Good. Pulse, pulse, all the way down and straight back up. Good. Keep moving. Abs are engaged here. Shoulders are relaxed, focusing on the backs of those arms. Nice. Weight is in the heels of the hands. Pulse, pulse, contracting those triceps. Good. Keep it up. I can really feel it burning in the backs of the arms, and I hope you can as well. Good. Nice, simple exercise using body weight only that really targets the backs of the arms, helps to get that definition and build strength. Good. Last set. Pulse, pulse, lower, and lift. Amazing work. Push it back into puppy pose. I'm keeping my knees parallel here instead of widening them and just focusing on stretching through the spine, keeping the tailbone lifted. Hold here for 3 and 2 and 1. Amazing work. Sweep your arms back. You can give yourself a little bit of a shoulder roll, and then we're going to bring the feet forward on the mat. So legs are long, stretched out in front. We're going to lower down onto our forearms. The elbows are pulled back behind, the chest is nice and open. Now from here, we're gonna go into some leg lifts. We're gonna start on the right side. So belly is engaged, we're really propping ourselves up so we're not slumping through the spine. I'm gonna lift with a pointed toe, heel is turned slightly in and lower, tapping the heel. Lift and lower. Inhale, lift, abs in as you lower. Good, belly to spine. Inhale and exhale. Nice work, really controlled. Now, if you're good here and you want to step up the level of challenge, you're going to float that left leg, just hover it up off the mat as you lift and lower the right. Good. Keep the belly engaged. This makes it quite a bit more challenging for that core. You can always lower the leg if it gets too much, or if you start to lose stability. Keep that chest nice and open. We've got 5, 4, 3, abs in, 2, and final 1. Bring both legs down together. Good work. Now we're going onto that left leg. I'm starting off with my right leg down on the mat, really focusing here on pointing the toe. Heel is turned slightly in, and the thigh muscles are all engaged here as well. Lower and lift. Now we're going to float the opposite leg. Good work. Keep breathing. Nicely done. Good control. Lifting and lowering. Abs are engaged in through the nose and out through the mouth. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. We're going to prop ourselves up. Now you can have your hands splayed slightly out toward the side or your fingers pulled back behind you, whatever's more comfortable on the wrists. We're going to lift into a reverse tabletop position. Chest is nice and open, bum is lifted. We're going to bring one knee in, the other knee in, and lower, just tap the bum. Now alternate sides. Opposite knee in, other knee in, and lower. So right knee in, left knee in, lower, switch sides, left knee in, right knee in. Whatever pattern you've got, just make sure you're leading with a different leg each time. It's okay if you get your left and rights mixed up and lead with the same leg twice. Just get back into that pattern. Good. Just a little tap of the bum down on the mat, and then you're pushing those hips right back up. Good. Keep moving, keep breathing. Last set. Abs really pull in as those knees drive into the chest. And lower. Now we're going to go back down onto our forearms. And from this position, we're going to lift the right leg, lift the left leg, and we're going to go into some crossovers. So right leg crosses over the top and then drops below the left. Little scissors in the air, toes are pointed, abs are engaged. You can do it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, 1, hold, and lower both legs down and fold over the lower body. Take a nice deep breath here. Drop the crown of the head. Breathe in through the nose, regulating the breath. And out through the mouth. Sink a little bit lower, fold a little bit more deeply over the lower body. And restack the vertebra. Nice little stretch there to break it up. Now we're going to place our hands behind our head and slowly, with control, melt down to the mat, one vertebra at a time. So you can begin with your head down on the mat, resting in your interlaced fingers. From here, I'm going to bring the legs into a tabletop position. Knees are squeezing together. Now we're going to open the legs so that they're in a diamond shape. Inside of the feet are glued together. From this position, we're going to extend, squeezing the legs together, and then bring it back to the diamond shape. Extend, point and lengthen, and open to the diamond. Extend and widen. Exhale and inhale. Good. Keep breathing. Moving through the two positions. Pressing your low back into the mat. If it's peeling up off the mat too much, take your legs out on a higher extension. And if you want more of a challenge for those abs, extend at a lower angle. If you want more of a challenge as well, feel free to pick your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Really point hard through those toes on the extension. If you're in this crunch position, your head is resting on top of your shoulders. No strain in the neck. You can always move between the two positions, head, neck, and shoulders up, or resting down for a couple reps on the mat. And last one. Bring the knees in. Maintain that diamond shape. We're going to add a leg drop. Now, if that level was good for you, you're going to carry on with those leg extensions. But if you want a little bit more of a challenge, we're going to extend, lower the right leg, lower the left leg, bring it into the diamond, extend, and extend twice before going into those leg drops again. So lower, lower, in, out, lower, lift, in, extend, good work. Lower, lift, abs in. You've got this, keep breathing. Lower, lift, bring it in, extend it out, bring it in, extend it out. Lower, lift with those lower abs. Last one. We're lowering and lifting. Good, bring the knees in for a moment. And we're gonna finish off going back into those little scissor kicks for 20. We're gonna inhale here. And exhale, extend and lift. Crossing one over the other. Toes are pointed. Good work. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and bring both knees in toward the chest. Take your right hand over your right shin, left hand over your left shin, and just rock from side to side. Regulating the breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Stretch your legs out long and roll over onto your stomach. From this position, hands are on either side of the shoulders, and we're going to just push up into an abdominal stretch, either on your palms or your forearms. Roll your shoulders down and back, and just breathe. Stretching and elongating your abdominal muscles for 3 and 2 and 1. Now we're going to get into some glute work. You can place your forearms down on the mat so that they're parallel.
and you can rest your head on your forearms or in your palms. I'm going to keep my head lifted so you can hear me, but you want your spine to be really nice and long here, no arching in the back. We want our legs nearly as wide as mat distance apart and the toes are pointed. We're going to lift the right leg, pulse it up for 2 and lower. Lift the left leg and lower. So it's pulse, pulse, lower down, pulse, pulse, lower down. And as you pulse, you're really squeezing alternate glutes on alternate sides. Lift, lift. It's a little split second hold before you lower the leg down. So you're squeezing the thighs, you're squeezing the glutes. Breathing. Good. Really pointing through the toe, seeing how much lift you can get without straining your lower back. So if you're feeling it more in your lower back than your glutes, then I want you to really decrease your range of movement and focus on the contraction of the glutes and the thighs to get that lift. Good. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Pulse up and lower with control. So we're never just kind of letting the leg drop to the floor. We're squeezing those thighs and lowering really gently and purposefully. Good. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Now we're going to widen the knees and make that diamond shape again, bringing the insides of the feet together. And then we're going to lift the knees and lower. Again, head can be resting down on your arms here. Really take a moment to really squeeze your bum cheeks together as you lift and hold for a second before lowering down. So you're holding for a second, squeeze, and tapping the knees. Squeeze, lift, and lower. Squeeze, lift, and lower. Really focus on squeezing those bum cheeks together. Make it count. Good work. We've got 4 and 3. Last 2. Final one, we're going to come up and squeeze, 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 squeeze. Lift a bit higher, squeeze a little bit more for 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Take your hands on either side of your shoulders, maintaining this position with the legs. Roll over your knees and stretch back into child's pose. I like that transition. Stretch and lengthen through the spine. Good work for 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Now we're going to move into an all fours position. So we want the knees directly under the hips here. Hips are square with the mat. We're going to walk our hands further out in front to either corner of the mat. And we're really going to spread the fingers and press some weight into the heels of the hands. Now from here, I'm going to bend my left knee. I'm going to lift into a bent leg lift, lower, tap the knee, and then lift, extend. So I'm lifting with a bent leg, tap, lift, extend. Bent, extended. Tap, lift, tap, extend. Good. Tap, lift, tap, extend. So bend, squeeze the glutes, and extend, point hard through the toe. Good. Keep breathing. Abs are engaged. Shoulders are rolled back away from your ears. Nice and relaxed. Good. Keep extending through that pointed toe and really squeeze the glute at the top of that bent leg lift. So it's slow. We're squeezing at the top of every movement. Gaze is down on the mat, neck is long. We've got 3, 2, last 1. Now bend the leg and hold. We're going to pulse. Little bent knee pulses. Imagining you're trying to puncture a hole in the ceiling. Squeezing that glute. Keeping that leg lifted to torso height.
And then lifting a bit higher as you pulse up. Good. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Now we're going to fold that same working leg under the body, stretching opposite leg out long, and just coming into a nice pigeon pose stretch. Good. Sinking into those hips. Breathing deeply. And then stepping the knees back into the starting position, and we're going to move to the other leg. So, right knee is bent, arms are outstretched. We're going to lift, squeeze, tap, and extend. Bent leg, lift, and extend. Lift, and extend through pointed toe. Really lift your abdominal wall up toward the ceiling. Keep your upper body still and stable, yet not too much tension. So definitely not tension in the neck or the shoulders. Really focusing that work in the lower body. Lift and extend. Really squeeze at the top of that bent leg, lift. Hold it for a second and then tap and extend. Good. Slow movement. Nearly there. Working towards the end of this workout. Good. 3 more sets. 1, extend. 2, extend. 3, extend and bend and hold. Pulse. Little controlled pulses. Keep that knee lifted. This is your last move. Make it a good one. Good. Nice and tight with those hamstrings. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And now fold that leg under the body, coming into pigeon pose to just stretch out the glute here and open up the hips. Breathe into it. For 3 and 2 and 1. Sweep your other leg around, coming into a cross-legged position. So you're nice and even on your hips. We're going to lift the shoulders up by the ears and round them down and back. Lift and round back. For 2 and last 1 and relax it down. Amazing work. I hope you enjoyed that equipment-free workout, and I look forward to moving again with you next time.